4, 3. Hi, I'm Michael.
And I'm Grace.
And we are California Travel Videos. And we are so excited and happy to be here with you all. And there goes Gina. She rocks. And we were just watching the end of her show. And thank you, all of you folks who are coming over from Gina's clan, crashing the party.
Definitely.
And yeah, we got to get caught up because, you know, they were talking about good things like berries and those antioxidants and almonds and a few of our favorite things, aren't they,
Good
Grace?
healthy eating. Hello, Granny and Bob and Arving with G and Lisa, Kathleen. So good to see you all. Stacy. We did want to also give some shout out and mention here to our new subscribers this week with a special mention to Captain Jack Scrapper.
Captain Jack, eh?
And he gets a really special mention because he took us to a very special place for subscriptions. Because this morning we were at 666.
Oh, wait, before you go on.
Mm-hmm.
No, 666.
So thank you, Captain Jack Scrapper, for getting us over that hurdle and not leaving us stick with the 3 6s.
And he says he's going to help me with my RV solar. And I don't know if he wants me to send him my solar panels or what he's looking for, but Captain Jack,
wonderful.
You and I, we're going to be in synchronicity because I'm up on the rooftop. Ho, ho, ho.
So how's everybody doing? Is everybody getting ready for the holidays and hopefully some travel? We got some travel news coming up.
Excellent. We do. What else?
We do. We have at 2:30 the Flashback Friday.
Ooh, we're going to do a little flashback, huh? And I suppose we got to do that C word, don't we? A little bit on the C word, how that affects our RV travel in the holidays and beyond.
Definitely. And
how about the parks?
Definitely. We'll check into the state parks and the national parks. Kathleen has a question for you, Michael.
Kathleen, let her rip.
Did you get the screws to mount to the panel?
Oh, there'll be more. But Kathleen, I don't know who was screwed more, me or the RV. So here's what happened. The plans of Mice Men. I like to drill a pilot hole, before you drill the regular screw that goes down. So I had a somewhat smaller hole. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. But as it turned out, when I put the pilot hole in, and then when I put the, 3M, like 4200, I guess it's called. It's sort of like Dicor. And I put it in, and I didn't take it all the way. And then I go to put in by hand. The last little bit is just spinning. I thought, this isn't going to work so well. I've got this U-strut, and it's so you put the screw down in there. And anyway, I learned my lesson. So no more pilot holes. And the rest of it went just fine. So I've got the first panel in position, and we'll give you more on that story. Thanks for asking. Yeah,
it's going to be an interesting journey. I know Michael's going to do due diligence, do his study. He always has a tendency to probably over-manufacture things, so I'm not overly worried about it.
Guilty as charged.
So
that's right.
Just hoping that he doesn't hit any of the main arteries as he's drilling up there. So
drilling it down, baby, drilling it down.
So I was a busy person this morning. I was updating our SmugMug, and I did want to talk about that for just a minute.
Wait, before you say the word slowly.
I got an itch under my nose.
Yeah, Smug.
Mug. As in, take that smug smile off your face.
Ah, okay.
SmugMug, and that's the CaliforniaTravelVideos.smugmug.com/ capital N for national dash capital P parks /
Wow, that's a mouthful.
That is a mouthful, but that is where we have, I got to get on the right page to click, some of our prints from the national parks that we've been to.
Oh, you're going to do a screen share?
Yeah, I've got the screen up there.
Look at that. Where is this? This looks like Joshua?
Joshua Tree. And then it does show proof on some of these. It would not show on the actual prints.
Right. So it just shows up for
just
viewing.
in time for the holidays. And one of our favorite things is always going to be, I've got something to share, and you're probably going to get some glare, but we absolutely love metal prints.
Yeah,
and hopefully I don't.
That's a big piece of aluminum, isn't it? We put it up on the wall normally.
We do. I don't normally hold it in my lap.
Lead it forward on the top, and they won't have so much
How's
reflection.
That?
I think that probably is better.
Anyways, we also have a special surprise because it is a holiday season and we want to make sure that we're sharing because sharing is caring. So if you leave your comments, if you go through the website or you see any pictures here that you specifically like, say, I want one, and we're going to pick 5 random people to send some prints to. So I've got these are just, what are these, 4x6s, I guess?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they're little prints, so we like to do these things during the holidays. So that's it on SmugMug News.
Oh, good. I see Kathleen says, bison on the hoof. What are we having tonight, by the way, darling?
Ooh, bison.
Yeah. And there's Arvine with G. Gina has nice photos. Yeah, Grace does a wonderful job on the photos. She loves art, passions, and well, she's like you too, Gina. She loves music.
Oh yeah.
And she tries to sing. It gets better, with a couple toddies, but that's for sure. And here's another one. It's I'm getting 3 Battleborn batteries. Hoo-hoo, the best of the bunch. The new heated one. Yeah, right. So where she lives, when it gets down 10, 20 degrees, you need to have them heated. And a Victron inverter. Oh man. I'm drooling already, Gene. I'm lusting for what you've got, girl.
Yeah, you got to stay
go.
warm. I can see that weather is starting to finally show a little sign of winter. So we got to take care of ourselves and stay healthy.
And she's asked about calendar. Tell us, what does that mean?
Yeah, calendars can be ordered.
Yeah.
And they also have mugs on the SmugMug, but I'll be honest with you, for the cost.
Yes.
Like I said,
we got to be true.
Sharing is caring.
Right.
For the cost, I would do it at Costco for a far less price, and I really absolutely love Costco's quality on their mugs. So, not the best value on SmugMug, but for prints, they go through Bay Photos, and they are phenomenal. They're Bay Photo Labs, our award-winning technology, so they're the absolute best in quality.
Yeah, so if you want something that you want to last more than a couple of years, beyond 5, 10 years, that would be the one to get. But for like mugs or things like that, you can't go wrong with Costco.
Yeah, so leave those comments, and if you're not here live, leave them in the main comments, and we will pick 5 random winners, and we will announce it at the holiday party
Traveling
next
Granny
week.
is having her supper. I wonder what she's having tonight.
Supper. I guess
Supper
it is.
time.
Yeah, it's 5 p.m.
There ain't no cure for the supper time blues. Right. And let's see. Gina's, I'm saving my pennies for this one. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's like once you open up the pocketbook or get the credit card on, man, especially during the holidays, it doesn't really want to stop. And
Definitely.
Photos on a calendar are an awesome way to go. In fact, the ones we did for my mom, was that last year or the year before?
It's been about 3 years, but she keeps that one and she recycles it every year. I think she merges it with the new calendar, but she keeps the photos from the previous calendar or something.
Oh, and I see that it was, I was going to say, I thought it was Arvine with Gina, but there's an Arvine with Cheese. So it's George. I am so sorry. So yeah, you're the one that's getting the Battleborns, huh? Okay. Well, our eyes are on you. I'd love to see if you've got any videos or what you can share about it. So let us know if you got some things. As I see so many people get these, and to be truthful, this may be the only time I'm truthful the whole show, but last year around December, Arizona Solar and Wind, I think it is, they have a sale about this time of the year. So if you haven't caught it yet, they normally, I think, have about 10-15% off, even if you just want to get the Battleborn, if you want to get the whole kit. They are a cool company to work with.
Definitely.
So what other, look at they're coming in, darling. Kathleen is saying, is your webpage under the About tab, sweetheart?
Right, and it's...
Yeah, thanks.
I think it is in the About tab, and I also just put something up on our California Travel Videos Facebook page with the link as well.
Yeah, so we have, of course, the website, California Travel Videos, and over there you can get to all of our videos that open up on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram or whatever. So that's a good place to start. But yeah, we should put in our show notes here for this show on YouTube, shouldn't we?
Yeah, I'll put those in the notes. And then also want to say hello to Sue, who's joined us, as well as Bob's Adventure.
Hey,
so
and
thanks
Lucky
for being
Dog's here. Yeah, good. Good to have you all here. So should we go ahead and start to begin?
Definitely.
Chris likes to keep these shows at an hour, and Grace is, man, she's like, holds my feet to the fire there if I don't keep this show moving, right?
Yes, we will see what's new in travel.
I guess first off, you want to talk about the national parks? What's going on there? Eh?
Okay, let me see here with the national parks. Okay, something exciting. And that is, I'm going to cut and paste this in the notes as well for anybody that would like to have this information. But we have got the new announcement for free entrance days at the national park. And that's going to be happening on January 18th for Martin Luther King's birthday. It will also be April 17th, first day of the National Park Week. August 4th, 1-year anniversary of the Great America Outdoors Act. August 25th, National Park Service birthday.
Mm-hmm.
September 25th, National Public Lands Day. And Veterans Day on November.
I think I have a screen for that here.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Is it backwards or is it forward?
It is forward.
Okay, good. Everyone sees it forward. Great. So those are kind of the dates, and they added one this time, didn't they? Now that we have the Great America Outdoors Act is in effect, they're having their anniversary. Isn't that nice?
It is. And of course, if you're over 65, you can get that park pass at no cost. And if you're not over 65, you can marry somebody over 65 like I did.
Oh, that. I don't know if I think, didn't they increase the fee a little bit every year? So, yeah, get it early and get it often while you can, something like that.
Yes.
So, at any rate, are we ready to go on to the next show item?
We are.
Oh, my gosh, I got to, hit all these screens and see where I want to put us next. So, I think I'm back here, and let me go and hit right about here. The next show note item is... Yeah, I guess it is on the campground, so I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my other screen here. Control, page down, and okay, it's on the teleprompter, so I can look right at you and see what's going on there. So, yeah, the state parks.
Cheater.
We have some closures. Temporary, you always wonder if they get extended on those, don't you? So, yeah, I guess we have, I don't know, it's about the weeks of the year, about... Is it 50-something? Anyway, no, I'm thinking of national parks. However many parks we have in California here, they're close. You can go for day use, but for overnighters, they're saying ixnay on the ARCS pay. That's kind of sad. So I guess because of the COVID and our governors said that, things are not looking good. I think and we'll talk more about the C word, but, they want to make sure they have enough occupancy in the hospitals if people need to come in.
Wait,
so
they want enough occupancy, or they want to keep the occupancy down?
They like to be filled, but not overfilled. Put it that way. They're making money if they've got to fill. No, obviously, when it gets down to 15% capacity left remaining, that means 85 is filled up. Then it starts to get a little spooky because I've got extra cots, but yeah. I think people need a little bit more than that once they're between a rock and a hard place.
Now they are open during the day use. I think the restrooms are closed as well as anything that's shared. But during the day they're open. So if you want to have a social distance picnic in California, joining them is Pennsylvania and Colorado.
Some of Colorado, some of the, where the snowbirds like to go. So I would imagine our kind of places that we like to hang out when we were, on our way to West Yellowstone. I imagine those places are probably all kind of hunkered down. You can go to the private campgrounds. As far as I know, they're still good to go. And there's this word they call essential travel and things like that. So, yeah, if you're already out on the road to get back home or whatever, you need some place to stay. So, yeah, I guess that just kind of check ahead for the next month or hopefully not more and make sure everything is okay as far as we're going to say. Now, I guess, day use can certainly go to the beaches and places like that. And, your mileage will vary in the states you're in, obviously. So, what else?
Well, Kathleen says that the outdoors and the fresh air is exactly where you want to be. Soak up that vitamin D.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, if you're being good social distancing, keeping your masks on, washing your hands is like brush after meals, whatever. It's like you should be okay. But, not everybody plays by the rules. And I guess, as it is, when we're kind of like, we were all into going down a court site, and Now, I don't know what's going to happen the third
Yeah.
week of January. I just don't know. We're optimistic, but I do understand where the government says if, Grace and the Michaels of the world are having too many toddies and they get loud and they get close, they kind of forget about the distancing. So I guess
Around the
that's why.
campfire night.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot more partying happening nighttime than there is in the daytime. So, and as we all know, I think we kind of have a tendency to, one or two later, put our guard down a little. At least I know I do.
Uh-huh.
Not Michael, of course.
So I guess as far as travel, in fact, going to the next story, the TSA, Transportation Service Agency, they're saying that over like November, Turkey Day had 1.2 million Americans and probably people from other country were traveling. So that was the highest number since middle of March. So that was a big holiday season. So they had over 100 employees that came down with the C word, which is kind of tough. And so I don't know, it makes it tough for them too. You always wonder who gives it to who first. But yeah, so air travel is another one is try to keep your nose clean as best you can if you're doing that.
Well, yeah, and it says that my understanding is 97 of the 101 that were positive were actually the screening agents. So handling all the bags that went through and everything like that.
In fact, just I don't know what if you have protocols, we'd love to hear about it. But for us, anytime we come in the house, you wash your hands, before you do anything else, because you've been out and about and you don't know what's on your hands. In fact, that means is when I go check the mail every day, or when my good friend Jeff Bezos gives me something from Amazon, I get my days of Christmas, is that, I always come in after I open it up, I'm washing my hands. So that's kind of our ritual, isn't it?
You cannot say those words without waking her up, Michael.
I did the wake word, didn't I?
One of the wake words.
We have both the Alexa and the Amazon. If we say either of those, okay, stop already.
And that's
we have two devices here in my office.
Amazon, stop.
Thank you.
That's going to take us right into our next news.
Okay, baby
Appropriate.
doll. Let's you start this one off.
Okay, I will start this with the Alexa news. Okay? So, this is kind of big. Do you have the exact date in January that it's going to go into effect?
It's in effect already.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right, so there's a new feature called Sidewalk. And it's so hard to say.
Amazon.
No, Amazon and Alexa. And the Sidewalk feature, what it's doing is it's a shared network designed to help it work better. And Michael can tell you more about how all the technical parts of it is. But the good news is apparently it's sharing our Wi-Fi. And this isn't something that we opt into. This is something that we have to go into our device and opt out of. So it's as easy as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. But Michael will give you a little bit more about that technology.
Yeah, in fact, I'll just talk about the steps first of all. And as Grace said, whenever somebody says, oh, you're in unless you go out, no, I want to sign up for it. If it's my credit card or whatever, obviously the law requires to do it. But when an application does things by default, such as some tracking or connects to your network, like, whoa, wait a second. And as we'll find out that it doesn't use a lot of your bandwidth each day for other people to hop on your back, so to speak. But if you do want to disable it, I think I do have a screen here. And if I go over to the MSI laptop screen
It's right here.
And put myself in small print, are we on your screen or mine?
We're on mine.
Okay, well, thanks for doing that, Grace. Sharing is caring. Tell us about it.
Okay, well, let me see if I can make it bigger, though.
Well, that's where I was going.
Okay, let's see. Well, we could always just say the words, too. Okay, so launch. I'll go out, and then you do it your way. And I'll read. Launch Amazon Alexa app.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, I said that
And then
word.
go into the settings, and then when you're in the settings, there you go to your account settings, and there will be a new one that's there if you've updated your app called Sidewalk, the Amazon Sidewalk. And so if you scroll down on that, you'll see that there's a spot where you can move the slider to disable, but it'll be enabled once you've got that version of the app going. So just slide it to the left if you don't want it for now. And I always recommend, until you understand what it's doing, don't turn it on and see what the features are. So I'm going to talk about those now. Is that the idea is that if they use just a little bit of your bandwidth and you have just a little bit of their bandwidth, it has some new things like such as for tracking, like tracking.
Right.
And so the company that makes the little tile, that little device that's so thin and you can put it in your purse or in a wallet
On
or
your keys.
on your keys or
On
whatever.
your
And it's
dog.
like, yeah, because, like I know you probably never have this happen, but for me, I get absent-minded. I set something down. It's like, where is it? And so the idea is within Bluetooth range, 100 feet, it works fine in your house. So as long as you've left your purse in your house, fine. Or maybe it's in your car in the garage, fine. It'll help find that. But when it happens to be like we're out on a walk and we drop something out, and that's happened, or you maybe want one for your pet. It's like, where is my pet? Come on home. Maybe like what happened to us, we were out with our last beloved pet, Bichon Poodle Mix. And as he got older, the wind was blowing. He couldn't hear us. We called for him, and he was like, you could see he was running frantic, afraid he was lost. And it was really a traumatic moment. So
Yeah. The wind was blowing. He couldn't hear us.
yeah, we were afraid if we couldn't keep visual sight of him, it would not be good. So at any rate, the idea is when something's a further distance away, more than 100, 150 feet, is the network of we all are brotherly love. And so we send out a signal, and it finds where there is that network device for, like, say, our pet. And, it's over there. So it has privacy, so I won't know whose Amazon sidewalk that I'm near.
Ding,
But
ding, ding, ding.
it will be where, I can, hopefully find if I've lost something or a pet. And it does a lot more functionality also, such as, when you want to turn things with your home automation or things like that, and you don't have cellular service, but it can go through that. And the device also, it can go up to half a mile distance.
Wow.
I thought, wow, that's something unusual, but it uses the cellular 900 megahertz band. And so to get to the point, though, cut to the chase. Well, how much bandwidth will it use? If you have it turned on, how much will it take? Like a lot of megabytes a day? And no, I think at any instant it only uses 80 kilobytes. That's less than 1/10 of a megabyte. So if we were doing streaming like we are right now, and somebody was going through us, it's not going to take a lot of our capacity away. And for a day, I don't know if it's something like around a megabyte or something like that, but it's not a tremendous amount. I'm going to see if I can get the
How
capacity.
many
But
bits are in a byte?
yes, that's right. Oh, no, it says not more than 500 megabytes a day. Well, that's quite a bit.
Yeah,
No,
especially.
oops, sorry. 500 megabytes of a month. Okay, that's not so bad. That's about 10 megabytes in a day. So, yeah, if you're on a cellular plan, like, say, Gina, and, that's your only umbilical, you don't have a wired connection, I don't know if I'd want it to go through that device.
Yeah.
So, but if it's happened to be something where I have a wired connection, or I have an unlimited or mostly unlimited cellular connection, then it's okay. So anyway,
Well,
that's something we just wanted you to be aware. It's going to have a lot of great features for us, but it does have that downside.
How would it work like for the Amazon? Oops, we're gonna get like all these
Just don't
devices.
say it so loud, darling.
I know. If the ones that they have now when you're out on the road, and so if you have one in your RV and you're boondocking in somebody's hood, will you be able to get like free access? Have my music jamming?
Well, not for streaming video or audio. No, sorry, it's not going to be that. And let's see, a couple other people here. We've got Papa Drew is with us. Hey, Papa Drew, I hope life is getting you well there. And Ray, Van Life Rocks is with us here too. And why don't you look, we got any others? I'll go ahead and just kind of finish up on the subject, and that is that there will actually be some really cool features associated with this. So, I'm kind of excited about that. So you can kind of expect is that some of these things, so, like so much you have to pay like $10, $20, $30 a month for having a connection to
Right.
What you're doing. If, you can.
Like the iPad or something. You got to add it on to what you already have, right?
Well, that's, if you're looking for cellular or bandwidth service. But no, just even something like how about our RV when we're out for a day? Wouldn't it be kind of nice to know if the temperature got warm inside, or if somebody opened the door and we
Oh
think
yeah,
we've got
like
it
an
locked
alarm.
up? So alarm system is, the Ring Car Cam, as they call it. So they're working in collaboration with Ring and with Tile and these other companies. So next year, I'd say about first or second quarter, look for a lot of cool stuff. And the benefit for us is that if we don't have to pay a monthly service charge, that rocks.
Definitely. And just I want to. I forgot what it was. I wanted to clarify something. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Is on the cost. Is so if you've got like the keychains, and you want
Mm-hmm.
those activated,
Mm-hmm.
once they're connected to your, I'm going to say it right this time, Alexa,
Good.
then there's no additional charge that you need to be paying other than buying the tiles. Is that correct?
That's right on.
Okay.
You
That
nailed
sounds
it,
like
baby.
that might be one of Santa's days of Christmas. Can you get one of those tiles before
Oh, honey.
the 12 days?
I know that she loves it. This is her best friend. When she's upstairs in
That's
the
my
Echo
girl.
device, man, she is like rocking with the music all the time. And so, yeah, it'd be nice if we could have more of this when we're out on the road. In fact, I think I have a device somewhere, but I can't talk about it today. So we're going to save that. So we do have a device we're
No,
going to share with
we've
you.
got several around the house, and the first one, I always call the first one in the kitchen my wife, my first wife. She's so good to me. I mean, she sings to me. She sets my timers. She tells me jokes, and I love her. And then my husband said, "Well, she loves Alexa so much, I'm going to get another one for the television." And so he got one for the television that had the same Alexa name. And so every time I go to talk to my number one wife, the other one would always usurp her. Always. Is it usurp or usurp?
Usurp.
Usurp. She'd always usurp and talk over my first wife. So I told Michael, I want her disabled. So we had to change her name, and she's now Amazon.
We got to get on some of these connections for a second here. There's some good stuff going on here. I'm looking back here. Papa Drew's, I'm thinking of round roast, slow cook. Man, he cooks the meals.
He's making me
Carrots
hungry.
and onions. Oh, gosh. Man, I don't know if I can even read this. I'm going to start salivating.
I know, right?
But how much power does a crock pot use? Well, we have the Instapot we normally use,
Yeah.
but the crock pots are, anything that you use heating for electricity is more than you would like it to be. That's where we normally use propane for those types of things. But I would say it would be more than 100. Obviously it takes more heat when it first starts up. But I'd say it's between 100 to 200 watts, depending upon how high you have the temperature set. So, if you've got a 1 kilowatt source, well, if you got 3 Battleborn batteries, it's not even going to take one of the batteries of power. But yeah, when we use the Instapot, it's going to use it quite a bit the first 15, 20 minutes. And then it's like, that's it. It's kind of like the rest is just using pressure.
And just for my own personal 2 cents on the crock pot versus the Instapot, I'm not sure on the power. I don't think a crock pot probably takes as much power as the Instapot, but as far as the finished product, and I have been a crock pot user since I was 18, and that was like a long time ago. And when Michael first brought home the Instapot, I was like, why? I do that in my crock pot. I do that now in the Instapot in, God, like 1/8 of the time, because what used to, I let it cook for like 8 hours on low, and now 45 minutes later, and I've got the same product. So it's delicious.
Papa Drew's saying, freeze it or eat it. Laughing my appendage off.
Lisa says that they make crock pots and cooking pans to pling in 12 volts.
Okay. I would like to hear more about that.
Yeah, I don't think crock pots, because I don't think they use, well, I don't know their heating device. You know more than I do, but I wouldn't think that they use a lot of power.
Yeah, I think your breaker's going to be just fine. Your breakers for if you have AC, you're fine. DC is where you get in the problem, or converting your DC to AC. But yeah, I wouldn't say that it's going to be used that many amps. If we're talking 110 volts, and it uses let's say 200 watts, that's 2 amps. Yeah, your breakers are going to be bigger than 2 amp breakers for sure. So not a problem on that, provided you got no shorts.
Right.
So
I think it's about that 2:30 hour, honey.
it's getting halfway there, and I think we're already blown through more than half of our stuff, so we get some
Good,
time
we
to
get some
chitty
party
chat. I
time.
want some party time, baby.
All righty. Well, first we're going to go into the 2:30 Flashback Friday.
Oh, it's that time, isn't it?
It is. So
Okay.
let's go. Alrighty, so it is happy birthday to the state of Indiana.
That would be like Indian and then an A at the end of it?
Yep, so if we've got anybody from Indiana, I officially know now you are a Hoosier. I'm not 100% sure why. Hoosier. How do you say that?
Yeah. Hoosier.
Hoosier. Alrighty.
Like
and
our good friend Joan Shear.
a couple of things that I learned in this little Flashback Friday is apparently Indiana is the definition of land of the Indians, and it is the 19th state effective as of December 11th, 1816, from President James Madison when they were admitted to the Union. And then also the state capital was moved in 1925 from Corydon to Indianapolis. And here's the thing that I absolutely found out about Indiana that I thought,
Oh, here we go. It's her three of her favorite friends.
these are a few of my favorite things. Yeah, so 3 of my heroes actually come from Indiana. And one of them, Abraham Lincoln. 2 of them, that's yesterday. And then today, I will tell you I love Mayor Pete. Okay. But right there in the middle of both of them, Johnny Appleseed.
Johnny Appleseed, man.
Woo-hoo!
Man, that is
Let's
her
hear
rock
it.
star.
Woo.
Woo-hoo.
And Traveling Granny says her husband is from Indiana. Now, I'm under the impression that good men and good women come from Indiana. So I'm like, whoo-hoo. So anyway, that is our Flashback Friday. Happy birthday to Indiana. Oh, I did want to mention as well, make sure if you get an opportunity to visit our newest national park, Indiana Dunes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We enjoyed that, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah, it's beautiful overlooking. In fact, you can almost, I guess, we could see a little bit of Chicago, the tall buildings, couldn't we? Isn't that Lake Michigan?
I don't remember if we did or
Don't you
not.
remember we took the walk and we got over the hills? And I got the drone out a little bit. You know, I was not just trying to be respectful and careful. I wasn't sure about Indiana laws, but we weren't going to be there where we were bothering people. So, you know, went up a couple hundred feet. Yeah, I think I remember looking across the, I'd like to call it the bay, but across the big pond. And
You'll
we
have
could
to
see a
show
little
me
bit
the
of
footage.
Chicago.
You'll have
Okay,
you know,
yeah.
sometimes I don't remember what we did or where we went until I see it on our photos and pictures because we're moving so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So we've got Papa Drew, and he says he lived in Indiana as a young boy in South Bend. I know where that is.
Hey, somebody you like is from South Bend.
And LaPorte.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The dunes are so... Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, the dunes. I love the Indiana dunes. Oh, my God. It's so cool as a kid. Yes, they are. And they are big dunes. One thing that we liked about the dunes, and we never did do a video on this. Remember when we went for the bike ride? Michael, can you make yourself pop just a little bit bigger so I don't look like you don't look like an elf on a shelf on my shoulder?
An elf on a shelf
Yeah,
on
you
a
look like an
shoulder.
elf
There
on
we
the
go.
shelf.
Okay, I'm a big boy now.
Yeah. Remember when we did the bike ride, there were these homes, and you might remember this, Papa. There were homes that were part of one of the World's Fair, and they were all
Right.
modern
Modernized.
technology houses, like a glass house, or I don't know if it was solar, but they had all these different ways of having energy.
Right.
And they were built in the 50s, I think, for the World Fair. So that was definitely really cool.
Good. So should we go ahead and go on to the next topic, or how we
Yes.
doing here?
Moving right along.
Good job on going back in yesteryear, honey. And do you remember
Just
when we were
wait.
in Indiana? What city was that? It was right by a fort, wasn't it? Where
Fort
Johnny
Wayne.
Fort Wayne. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was Wayne. That's
Yeah.
right.
And yeah, I really enjoyed Fort Wayne. I could have spent a lot longer time there.
Mm-hmm.
And we never did make it to the home of Abraham Lincoln. That's on our next trip.
Right. Well, okay, let's go ahead and go on to the next topic, which is about booking your campgrounds in 2021. So I think last week it was we spoke about to go RV or Togo, whichever one. I think it's to go RV.com. And, at first when I saw it, I was a little taken back when I thought, uh-oh, is this another one of these corporate M&As, mergers and acquisitions? What's going on with that? Because they had acquired RV Village and thought, oh, man, and who's this to go RV and what are they all about? Well, I wasn't aware that another application website that we have was owned by them. And so Road Trippers is one of their assets. And the parent company is, oh boy, here we go again, was one of the big three camping companies and manufacturers. Thor Industries, and that, oh boy, here we go. And so then I realized is that looking at To Go RV, they've got some pretty cool things. So they are acquiring things that are in the RV industry. I guess they see the growth area for us and they want to integrate several different packages. So some of the information I'm giving you is that I found on a recent survey. So I normally have been using RV Travel, which we get the weekly what's in the news. But in this case, I'm using actually To Go. And so they had 500 survey respondents and 63% that they were planning to book 2021 campgrounds. So that's quite a bit. They're getting a lot of growth there in that area. And 74% said they are planning to use their RV more in 2021. So people are getting out more. Then you get areas like New York State Parks have already booked 35% of their 2021 bookings of what they've done in 2020. So you've already got 1/3 that's been booked next year for the people that are in the New York campground. So it is growing. And KOA over there in New York, they've said that, try to, when you can, book at least 4 weeks early. Consider weekdays. And so, yeah, it looks like what we've been talking about previous weeks. It's all kind of saying is that either book early and often, or maybe think about boondocking or some other alternatives, camp host to host, or things like that, which we have a membership. We haven't really been using it, but, for one day at a time, and we're kind of like a moving target. We oftentimes will stay only a day or so at one place. So.
Yeah, we're slowing our roll on the next trip.
We're slowing our roll. That's right. So, okay.
Yay. Papa Drew says he's starting to see the prices are dropping some. Yay.
That I love, Papa Drew. Now
Definitely.
We're talking my language. I'm with you, buddy.
Yep.
So, okay, areas of concern that was part of the survey of the 500 people. Number one item is campground availability. Number two is the C word, wondering about what's the COVID thing going to be like. So, and 54% they view as though it's going to be a concern through 2021. Well, let's hope that vaccine comes out or we can get our noses clean and things start getting down like they did last summer. Yeah. Need to make last minute changes in plans. Number 3. So yeah, that's right. Sometimes stuff changes. Number 4, not getting the money back when they are forced to cancel. Okay. Yeah, maybe because they're shut down, you would think you would get your money back. And number 5 is the attractions in the area. Will they be open? So those are the top concerns that RVers have regarding travel. Campground owners agree that they have been seeing increases in new customers. So yeah, we know that their sales has gone up by 50% this year. And so there is a lot of bookings. And so in states like Texas, they've had a big surge from May through November, and others like in Niagara Falls, the fall, they've had a lot of big bookings. So it is getting to be busy. On the good side is that because they are growing and getting more money, they're starting to get better Wi-Fi services for those of you who have need for more bandwidth, if you get better Wi-Fi and they've got like fiber optics that comes into the area, and some sites will, I guess, even have better service than others. So it's nice that they're trying to give more amenities and hopefully at affordable costs. So Campendium is a really good site, Grace, in terms of showing who has some
Definitely.
Wi-Fi. Excuse me. They'll have some Wi-Fi, but mostly who has good cellular. So, the big three, AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile. Yeah, they have good reviews on how much cell service you get once you kind of go into a spot.
Well, Papa's looking very enthusiastic. He's saying that they started in California with the first responders already giving them the shots.
Uh-huh.
And this is kind
That
of
is
sidebar
awesome.
information, but I'm happy to hear that my two sons are frontline and they're considered first essential workers, so they'll be getting them soon too.
Mm-hmm.
So he thinks within the next 6 months, we will start to get back to normal.
Hey, man, you know what you should do, baby? Can you
What's
do me a
normal?
favor? Is go ahead and put our link there. Maybe if Papa Drew or somebody wants
Yeah,
to come in. We haven't done any ask there.
That's
so.
what I just did, honey.
Okay. Oh,
You know,
I
it
should have.
scares
She's
me.
always a step ahead
It
of me.
really scares me when Michael and I share one brain.
Yeah, it's nice when we can finish each other's sentences some
No.
of the time, right? Some of the
No,
time.
when we were first dating, we thought that was really pretty awesome that we could finish each other's sentence. But now that we're married, we're like, can we
Grace,
finish my own
Grace,
sentence?
I was going to go that way, but I don't want to let her know that. So I was going to go a little different to finish the sentence. So anyway, yeah, it's good to have time with people, get to know, like, and trust them, right? I hope we're to that spot. And also when you go with to campgrounds, we're looking forward to being Papa Drew's clan coming up. And so assuming we can
Yeah,
make
we'd love
it,
to
he's
talk
gonna,
about it.
Yeah, right. He's going to show me how to do good things with my Blackstone grill. I've had it out for a couple of times. I'm not on the maiden voyage now, but I watched some of his videos. And, there's a lot of techniques in this type of thing. It's like, are you using canola oil? How much do you put on? And some of the things that are associated with that are keeping your food warm, putting it off to the side, but still having something else you then put on. So, and for me, the one thing I'm most particular is I am not fond of cleanup, am I, Grace?
No, he's not.
So I like to, once I get through with it, I do have a set of, the cleaning tools so that it looks pretty much spick and span, and keep it seasoned, those types of things. But it's great to have the Papa Drews of the world who can go out and say, hey, follow me there, noble grasshopper, and I will follow.
All right, so I am going to send this link here to you, Papa.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
we can have a little bit of time here to talk about what the current plans are, going forward
that would be
for
cool.
courtside. We'd love to hear.
And we haven't talked about this before, but we have a telephone line where people can come in also. So if you would like to come in, but you don't have video, we'd be happy to talk to you on the phone, and we can have it come right piped into our call here, and we can chitty chat that way. So if anybody would be interested in that, Grace, I guess we haven't got it turned on yet.
Didn't set
But if
it
you're
up.
interested, let us know, and we can go ahead and set it up, and it'll take us like 30 seconds to kind of get that going. But if anybody wants to join us that has video, that would be cool also. Should we continue on?
Yeah, Papa says, you and me, I will cook and love that, but cleaning not so much.
Yeah, that's right. So I like to not get too messy as I go, so that my cleaning is like, get a paper towel and kind of wipe it at the end once I've scraped everything off.
Yeah, I'm kind of I make a huge mess when I cook, but I always clean it up. Michael walks in and I'm in the middle of baking and cupboards are open and flowers on the floor, and he's like, I'm like, chill out, dude. I'm gonna clean
man.
it.
It's like, I'm going to get the garden hose and things are going to be just fine. Yeah, because I'll get cleaning up and it's like,
Here,
wait
honey,
a second, on the knife handles, how can there be chicken juices on the knife handles?
here's a chill pill.
Okay, chill
handing
pill.
it to you.
Mwah, there.
Yeah.
That was good. Yummy.
Okay.
Better now. Okay.
Kathleen says use olive oil, withstands higher heat in the Canadian canola and better for you.
Yeah,
Is that on that
absolutely.
grill?
Yeah, we love canola oil, but even better than that, when we're at home, it's like about 99.99% extra virgin olive oil or whatever the
Yeah,
percentage
and
is.
Trader Joe's has the garlic.
Yeah,
The
so
garlic olive oil.
right,
That's
we do
good.
like our olive oils, absolutely.
Ah, there's Papa. We're going to add him. I'm going to bring him in.
Hey, look at this.
There he is.
Greetings, Papa.
So what do we have new going on for the courtside
Hi.
plan?
We have Traveling Roberts coming
Ooh.
for sure.
Super chat.
I'm going to turn up the volume a little bit if I can. Go ahead.
He will be around on the 20th, I think. So the meetup is the 16th through the 24th, and then kind of potluck, bring your own food on the 23rd-ish. He should be showing up around the 20th. He's going to travel in from Orlando, Florida, or Tampa, Florida, and he's going to go as fast as he can up to Quartzsite to camp with us. And then we're going to have Grand Adventures. Mark, I just got off the phone with him last night for an hour, and he is going to be with us.
Oh,
And
good.
this will be the first time the two channels have ever met. They've been trying for years, but they couldn't get it together to meet, and this is the first time they'll actually meet.
This is
We
like
have
getting the
big
stars in the
plans.
right position. What is it? Jupiter and Saturn or whatever coming into convergence. So, hey, we're going to be down there.
Wow.
And now I know you've been kind of going through that area already. Have you kind of gone by the site, or where do you find yourself these days?
Say that you were breaking up really bad.
Are you still in California?
Yeah, I'm still here in California for right now. We're going to start doing our RV shopping real soon. We're starting to look. I'm looking at Tiffin's, Newmar's, and Monaco's.
Oh my God! Did you hear that, honey?
Yeah, I'm a
Man.
little jealous.
He's going to be like an RV geek kind of guy.
Oh,
Kind of.
now
Try.
you're looking for Class A?
Class A diesel pushers.
Yeah,
Does
2007 through like 2015-ish.
yeah.
With about 30,000 miles to 40,000 miles on them.
do you
Oh,
remember
perfect.
the name of where we got our RV, honey?
It was in Escalante.
Referral something.
Yeah, it was RV referral. But, you know, it's always, I think it's good to start out in RV Trader.
That's where we're at.
And then,
Yeah.
you know, if that doesn't end up where you end up, at least you kind of know what the competitive prices are because there's so many of them there by years and models. And you've got it down to 3 companies, which is great because now you've got the flexibility and so you kind of you've done due diligence, it sounds like.
Well, I will say I would give a shout out here to the RV referrals because they only bring in the best RVs. I mean, they're always like brand new.
When I
And
go,
best is go ahead.
when I go and pull the trigger, I'll check them out. But right now, I'm just doing my due diligence and shopping. So I'm looking to buy between 36 and 40 foot. I'll buy the RV and I'm going to stick it in the storage. I'm not going to drive it. I'm not going to run it. I'm not going to live in it. I'm just going to stick it right into storage. The next plan of the next phase of Papa Drew going and doing this stuff is I'm going to be buying a pickup truck with cash. So an F-150. We're going to pay
Nice.
cash for that. We're going to turn in the Prius. That'll be done. And then the next phase in that is I'm going to get a Can-Am side-by-side.
Oh,
And we're going to put that in the bed of the F-150. And that's going to be my tow.
Nice.
Because you can only tow one thing or the other, right?
right. But if you have one inside another, you
Right.
overcome
So if I
the
make truck
limitation.
the trailer, there we go. We got something going on there. And then we're going to put some. Sorry, I got a semi going through here. We're gonna put some money in the bank, and then we'll go on from there. But I've been asked by a bunch of people to go travel around the country with them. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so you're
Sounds
kind
like
of
a great
semi
plan.
full timer, I guess, or something like that, right?
I'm full time right now. I'm living in the coach right now.
Oh, I didn't know you were full.
Yeah, well, I'm full time in the coach.
Oh, yeah. Now it makes good sense.
So I'm full time living in my coach that I have right now, with no stabilizer jack. So I've almost fallen 12, 15 times. It rocks it's like you're on a boat.
Ooh,
Yeah, so it's neat. I can tell if anybody breaks in.
that's true.
It'll knock me out of bed.
Yeah, Michael was up on the roof of ours yesterday, and he's walking toward the middle, and I was on the ladder, and the RV was rocking, and I don't know how he does it. I'm afraid of height, and my equilibrium gets off balance and everything, but he does it no problem.
Yeah, it's crazy. So you guys are going to be at the meetup, right?
Well,
That's our
our
plan.
fingers are crossed. You know, as long as it's
hope
safe
so.
down there, you know, we're packing up and getting ready to go.
What we're going to do is the north part of camp. The camp is going to be huge. The north part of camp is the COVID awareness camp up there.
Right.
So if you're very afraid of COVID or you have underlying health issues or whatever, that's the northern part of the camp. That's where your hand sanitizer is. That's where social distancing and all that is very, very enforced, and that's that part of the camp. The south camp is where we're all doing line dancing, karaoke, and the music, and it's a little bit louder. So that's kind of the party atmosphere down there.
I need a shot before then. I like a party.
Yeah, somehow that's like a vaccine, isn't it? When you like have a shot, is that how it
Ooh,
works?
how about a
Shot
shot
of
of tequila?
Exactly. So that's the south end of camp, and then the rest of the camp is the rest of the camp, right? But the fire pits we're going to have at least 10 feet apart. We'll have a bunch of them because we're allowed to have 50 people per channel at the event. Now, you
Per
gotta remember,
channel?
This isn't my event. This is everybody's event.
Right.
So when the ranger comes up and says who's in charge, we should all raise our hands because this is an event for everybody. This is everybody's in charge of this. I just have the big enough mouth to just push it out.
Well, you're a good coordinator. You're facilitating the rest of us to be co-sponsors or whatever.
But this is all for. That's why it's called the family reunion. And you'll see, because at night when all the cameras get shut off and the fires are going and everybody kind of sits down, the real people come out.
Yeah.
Not the people behind the camera, but the real people come out, and that's the connections you make, and they're lifetime connections.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
And
Yeah,
that's the magic of Foresight.
we
Yeah.
spent some time down in Quartzsite, and I definitely agree with you. We've met some wonderful people.
And we like to think about it, you know, it's like Burning Man for old people or whatever. But, you know,
It is.
no, it's like, you know, it's all about relationships. And because, you know, there's a certain number of things to see, but most of it is to share, you know, what your passions are, what your dreams are, and learn from one another.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to be out there from the 15th to the 24th. I'm going out there on the 23rd of this month through the 4th. So I'm spending Christmas out there instead of sitting at the work here.
Oh, cool. And I should get
I'll
some
be out
time off for good behavior.
Yeah, they give you some time off to go out there. So we're going to go do the desert bar. We might do some trips
I love that place.
and do some
I hope
filming.
you're not going to take your big rig out on Desert Bar.
No, I'm going to
Tell them about what the Desert Bar, the road is like.
From what I've never been out there. So you guys.
Oh, okay. We can tell
Oh,
you. It's you don't have to have a four-wheeled, but like we saw somebody actually with a Class C.
Yeah.
It was a Winnebago View, and I thought, oh my gosh, can you imagine how many screws are going to come loose out of that? And so it's
That boat was rocking.
you could take your F-150 out there. That would be fine, but I wouldn't recommend it. You know, for like a 20-plus foot. Maybe a van would be okay.
I think a van's pushing it. I would definitely do it in a big truck and a 4x4, a Jeep, which is what we went in. A Thing is how we got out
Yeah,
there.
the old
And-
Volkswagen
yeah,
Thing.
the
Do you
Thing.
remember the Things?
Yeah, the Volkswagen Thing.
Those
But
are
it's
cool.
it's a blast. I mean, it's way out there in nowhere, and it's all solar heated, and they've got really good cheeseburgers and a great bar,
And music.
good music. Yeah.
Live music, and the prices are fine, and you can't believe though when you go out like 15 minutes on a dirt road, windy, and there's a rifle range over there partway out, and you get there and here's like a place that's like a mecca with many different segments of it, and has 500 solar panels. They have their own electricity. And you'll love it out there, Papa
Yeah,
Drew.
they have absolutely phenomenal structures too that give good video ops and photography ops. We've got a video on that. I'll go ahead on the afterwards and link a card to it.
Yeah, and
So
when you go by Parker, you just pick up some other water or whatever you want that you don't
Walmart.
have when you're out there in dry camping, and Walmart's there.
Yeah, just don't let your husbands get together and go to Walmart, or you'll be waiting for them for a long. No, we went to
That's a
Walmart.
video. That's a video
Huh?
all by itself.
Yes.
Oh, you're right. That is a
Walmart.
video.
Yeah, and if you take me, it's even more of a treat. So here's the deal: we can't organize stuff because we don't have insurance for the meetup. So it's kind of like loosely organized.
Yes.
So if we want to go, like say, 50 of us, because we have 50 people per YouTube channel. Like say 50 of us want to go visit Crazy Owl's or whatever, Silly Owl's Pizza. We could all go invade Silly Owl's one time at night or whatever we want to do. if somebody wants to go do a hike, if they want to say, hey, I want to volunteer to kind of loosely lead a hike, and it's at 2 o'clock, and I'm walking off in that direction, then people kind of walk off in that direction at 2 o'clock. We can do stuff like that. And that's kind of fun. If we're not going to go, if they don't want to go, if people don't feel comfortable going to the big tent where there's tons and tons of people, we can have activities and stuff in camp that we can all put together and do. And if you feel like you want to teach a class, you guys are.
Oh, I could teach a class.
You can absolutely get with Kent from Living Light RV, or Lisa, or Grassroots Living, Dean and Shanae, which are awesome people, and tell them that I want to teach a class and what day and what time, and then people, if they want to come, will show up at your RV and you can give your class.
Well, mine would be for rock painting.
Yeah, I mean, Grace is like, talk about something affordable.
I know.
The paints are pretty cheap, and, just go into, and they have some river beds, believe it or not.
Yeah.
As we recall when we were down at Foresight previous years, you get some round rocks, and then you paint, like, some of our favorites are like the Beatles or things like that.
Yeah, those are fun. But it's hard.
Artist on the Road does a lot of that stuff.
Oh, do they? I'll have to check that out, because I like crafts that don't take up a lot of space. So the paint, you don't have to, I don't have to bring all 5,873 colors. Narrow it down to the top 50 or something.
But one thing that does take some room that we are going to bring, and you always find other people that do this too, is bikes, e-bikes, whatever. But,
definitely.
Or like going out with your dogs in the morning for the morning walk. You got, like, it looks like it's almost like you're up in the Iditarod with all these dogs running around. But I'm sure we'll see some of that up there too, won't we, Papa Drew?
Absolutely. Like I had last year, I had my Great Dane up there. And
that's cool.
Their Great Dane up there, so we had the Dane running around. But yeah, the dogs are free to roam around camp. I don't have a problem. Like I'm not the mask police. I'm not any police. Just treat people the way that you want to be treated, and everything is cool, man. If you're gonna smoke, just don't throw the butts on the ground. I'm not the butt police. I will say something to you though if you're throwing cigarette butts on the ground, like, hey, come on. Man. You know what I'm saying? But
that's so 1980s.
Right. I mean, it's not. I'm not the police here. I'm not the one saying you can't do this, you can't do that. I don't want any fights breaking out up there. I want everybody to just get along. And if we all keep in mind, just treat people the way that you want to be treated, it's going to be epic. The
golden rule. Well, we definitely are looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a blast. The other person I was going to say get was Fantastic Travel. Cherry does a lot of the painting and stuff on canvas and stuff, and Artist on the Road does a lot of bead work and stuff like that. So those are two ladies that you might want to hook up with. I can introduce you. They're awesome. They're going to be up there. They're heading up there right now. They're driving across Texas right now.
Definitely. Yeah, I love doing crafts on the road. And that one I like, the rock painting, because you don't always have to bring all your material. You can find it along the way pretty easily.
Yeah, and then we can all go down to Laguna Beach, and we could open up the trunk of the car and start selling our crafts right out of Laguna Beach.
That'll work.
Hey.
And we can have ice cream right there on the beach.
Ooh.
Now you're speaking my language.
Come on. I'm not a skinny guy. I know where the spots are.
I love ice cream.
The whole hair thing. What do you think? I mean, it's like.
Yeah, it's looking good.
It is. Yeah. Oh, I like it. Yeah.
Just about as gray as mine.
You're going to be the silver fox.
There. Now I look like the Santa Claus wife.
I'm doing the beard thing. I got hair coming out the back of the head, the front of the head.
Hey. I've got hair too, but it's like all on my chest there. Mine's migrating south for the winter.
No.
I'm not
no.
We're just staying up here today.
Exactly. Please.
I get in trouble when I do other things on this channel.
Well, in the evening, it's sort of like Las Vegas. What goes in Quartzsite stays in Quartzsite.
We'll have movies. Maybe if everybody wants to, I'll put up the 110-inch diagonal screen.
Awesome, man.
Movie nights, we can play Long Trailer, we can play the movie RV.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of stuff.
You're going to make me want to bring my PA speaker.
Oh, no.
That would be awesome. Bring it.
I might do that. I've got one that's moderate. It's about a 20 watt. It's not like I'm not going to bring my 100 watts, but 20 watt, it doesn't take a lot of
What about
space.
your megaphone?
I have a
we could do that.
to the projector. So I can Bluetooth the sound from the projector to anything else.
Yeah.
Bluetooth.
Primo.
So
we're going to have such a good time.
We are. We're looking forward to it.
There's going to be a lot of good memories.
I'm going to wear a mask just to show that precedent. You know what I'm saying? Just to make other people who might kind of be like, I'm not wearing. I don't. know if I should wear a mask or not. I'm just going to go ahead and wear one,
Mm-hmm.
and then maybe it'll make other people, by leading by example, make
Yeah.
them feel more comfortable. And it doesn't hurt to wear a mask. I don't really
No,
care.
well, to me,
You can
it's
take
like when
whatever
I
you
go
want,
out
that's
and we
fine.
go walking with the dog, and if it's like we're all going to be 10, 20 feet apart, unless somebody's upwind from you, it's not going to be an issue. So, but when you get like, the 5 feet distance or whatever, our masks go on. So we try to be sensible about the whole thing,
I
not
just
like
want
we're trying to
everybody-
make a statement.
Yeah, I just want everybody to be comfortable. I want people to just show up and just be themselves and be comfortable and just have a really good time. That's what I really want. So, anyway, I got to get back in. You guys are awesome. I'll be in the chat. Love you both.
Yeah.
Peace.
Well,
love,
we
and
thank
happy.
you for being here.
Look forward to seeing more of your videos. Papa Drew, be sure to check him out if you haven't already. You subscribe with him and you won't go wrong. It'll be a lot
Definitely.
of fun.
Put your channel down there, and we'll give it a boost up.
Okay.
So-
I love you,
and
and I'll see you
it's-
next time.
Okay.
All right.
Adios. So do we have anything else for today? I had a couple things, but it's already 3 o'clock.
It
So should we
is.
wrap it?
Yeah, we're gonna wrap
I'll
it
just
on
kind
up.
of mention what they are then. And I'm going to go ahead and see if I can put this up on a screen here. And that goes down low. And I think we got it. Yeah. So in RV Village, if you're interested in kind of keeping up with the latest apps are there, they've had some good things. And so Road Trippers, of course, RV Parkly. I don't know that application, Grace. Roadside America, yes. RV Trip Wizard is kind of like Road Trippers. And, it has like, if you go to some of these, you can learn out more about them. And then finally, I'll just do it very quickly, and that is ideas for your gift ideas. And Road Trippers, you can go to there and see. I love that when they've got them visually photo oriented.
Would you like me to pull that up here on the shared
I've
screen?
got it on mine actually here,
Okay.
but if you can do it quick, yeah, go ahead. You've got it there. So Road Trippers and To Go RV, they both got a couple really great visually oriented. Go ahead and make it full screen there, Grace. There we go. And so I'm kind of looking up there. I'm seeing like, backpack clothes, some games, tripods, and go ahead and go down to some more. Some of the sites are, go ahead to the next photo set. Oh, there we go. I love that, a license plate game for
That's
people
great when
with
you have
kids.
kids, yeah.
Oh, that is so cool. And go down some more. Tool for, on top of your RV. And that one is for number 5. I think it's putting your lotions and potions. You have a lot of those, don't you, Grace?
That's the toiletry, yeah, for
The
your hair
toiletry
conditioner,
case,
your
yeah.
shampoo, your body bath.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like the Park Project National Park playing cards for anybody who still knows how to play the wonderful game of cards.
Oh, I thought we played SlugMug.
No, we don't. I'll play SlugMug with you.
I
if
know
you
you
can
would beat
handle
me.
it.
No, I cannot handle it. Not unless they give me some morphine ahead of time or something.
All right.
What else do we have?
That's it on this one. And
Okay,
then
let's go to the other. And to also mention, if you are kind of on the cusp with To Go RV, which includes Road Trippers and RV Village Gold membership, they are having a 50% off for a year if you use the code RV Holiday. So you will get access to all of these sites if you get there by the end of the year. RV Holiday
now
is
this is
the 50%
gifts
off.
under 30. What's number 8? Number 8
8
is
that,
a
kind of a
scratch-off national park map.
Oh, that's kind
What's
of a
it
cool thing.
scratch off? Oh, I guess when you go there, you scratch
Yeah, you
off.
scratch it off and you see what's underneath it. Kind of like the Advent, the days of Christmas, I guess.
And then we have the secrets of the national parks.
Oh, that would be good. Yeah.
I like that idea.
It's good kind of cocktail conversation. Did you know
I'm a trivia girl.
at, what is it? What's the one in the upper Maine is Acadia?
Acadia.
That, which president it was that made it the first national park east of the Mississippi? Yeah, that has some, I'm sure, good things like that in it. What else they have for under
All right, for gifts
$75?
under 75, we've got a game board with multiple games. That takes up too much room in an RV, in my opinion. I don't think it's worth it. If people want to play, I pull one up on an app.
Selfie sticks, microfiber things, camps, lantern or stove, of course. What else?
The Road Trippers
Oh,
Plus year subscription for $30. Now, gifts under $100.
now. Okay.
We got a nice little hammock.
Yeah, first thing she sees is number 4, the hammock.
Yeah, we got an annual pass to the, what is that, number 7, National Parks Pass.
National Parks Pass. Oh, that's cool. Where you can actually give that as a gift to somebody.
Yeah.
And what else
number
we get?
6?
Let's
That
go
looks weird.
more.
Slim window shade.
Oh, yeah, that's very practical.
Okay, that's different.
How about next category?
Okay, for the
Under
big
there I see an
spenders.
Instapot
Under
and
200, the Blackstone.
I see a refrigerator there.
Is that a playpen? Number 1. Oh, it's a fireside
It's a fold-up
outdoor
something.
pop-up pit.
Oh, pop-up pit, yeah.
Looks like a playpen.
Pop-up pit. You like pop-up pits, don't you?
Pop-up pit.
Okay, and I see the Blackstone grill there. And let's go to the next category.
I saw that Van Rocks just put out a gift idea video. He did a great job on that, too.
He always does, yeah. And last we'll go one more, down a little bit more.
Alrighty, this is for the
Under
real big
$350.
Look, that fire pit takes up too much room, too.
But wait a second. I remember seeing,
Is that a bed?
gosh, one of the really big RV couples, it'll come to me, but the thing about this is that it's smokeless. I guess because of the way it kind of controls the heat when it comes out, you actually can have the heat without the smoke. So for somebody with a Class A like Papa Drew, that's a really cool device, I will say.
Alrighty, yeah, those are for
Living your daydream, that's who it was.
Yeah, the people that have a bigger RV. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Gifts under 400. Look at that little kayak.
Yeah. How much is that kayak? I'm kind of curious.
And it says,
Is that an inflatable?
$500.
Yeah, that's probably an inflatable.
Oh, look, it looks like it folds up really small.
Yeah, it does.
Ooh.
And then I see solar panels. Just kind of to finish on that, I was looking, of course, like all of us probably have, is to get the ones that are foldable or that you.
Why don't you come all the way in here?
Oh,
up
okay.
On the shelf.
Oh, up on the shelf. Okay, let's see. To do that, I need to go to one of these screens. Just push this button here.
They look like come on my shoulder.
Okay, there we go. But I guess is that in some of our future videos, we will talk more about why we chose the Renogy 100 watt, which are the Elite model, I guess it's called. Eclipse, I think that's it. But we'll get into some of that. But if you haven't, go by and check out we've got up to 4 days of Christmas. On the first day of Christmas, Jeff Bezos brought to me. And that was the
load bar.
No, the first.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the first day, wasn't it? Yeah, the load bar, yes.
When
In doubt,
forget
refer
the
to
rule
rule
number
one. Yes. And then after that, we had where there's a charger inverter, which gives us 1,000 watts to solar. And now we just did our solar panels.
Fan.
And then the fan, the Makita fan.
So we'll have to see I don't even know what Santa's bringing on the 5th day of Christmas. We'll find that out.
I think we go look at the front door. Amazon, the A word, has, I'm sure, made some deliveries today. So that's the question. When you put things in the RV, something's got to go. So speaking of which, thanks for being here for the whole show. We always enjoy you. I hope you have a good weekend. And what's going to happen next week, Grace?
Oh, yeah, we're going to have a party. Christmas party. Come in your formal or your laid-back casual Christmas clothes. Join us. Pop on in here. Say hello. We look forward to seeing you for sure.
Yeah, we'll take off a couple weeks during the holidays, but we want to do go out with a bang here for the end of this year. So thanks for being here today, and we look forward to seeing you on the flip side again really soon. So look for some more of our Days of Christmas videos coming, and give us your comments before. We'd like to see what you've got in terms of if you want something on next week's show. Don't be bashful. Go ahead and put it down there. And you want to come in and join us on the show like Papa Drew. We love company.
Definitely. Let us know if you want to join us in the comments below, and we'll set something up so you can be there and we can all have a nice big party. I'll even bring in the eggnog. So we look forward to seeing you. Until then,
happy trails to you until we meet again.
Bye-bye.
Peace out. Bye for now. This will drive them away. Happy trails to you until